Hi there, I'm Anthony McCarthy, and this other well-dressed gentleman this morning is Pat Slattery. We're just doing a quick video for you just to talk about a couple of events that we're running over the next month. The main goal of these is to help you get ready to have the year you want in 2017. So I'm going to let Pat talk first about what he's going to show you on the evenings, and then I'm going to talk about what I'm going to do. Pat?
Yeah, I guess a lot of conversations, and the reason both Tony and I are doing this is we've had a lot of conversations with people recently who are talking about business and how difficult they're finding things in business at the moment. Even though they say they're finding things progressing, it's getting that little bit better, they still feel a little bit stuck. So I guess what we're going to do is we're going to cover a number of different issues for people and give you the easy, I suppose, system and solution to finding more business and increasing your bottom line, really, increasing your net worth, which is simply what this is about. And the one thing I'm going to cover a lot of, I'm going to teach you how to be resourceful with your resources. A lot of people say, I don't have this, or I don't have that, or I don't have all these different things, if you like. But the reality is, these are just resources. Once you discover how to become resourceful with your resources, it becomes much easier. And I know what Tony's going to give you a lot more resources again in terms of the internet and marketing strategies. And I'm going to teach you how to market with your actual database. What I call turning your contacts into contracts. So I'm going to help you do that. I'm going to help you realize what's actually in your area. People often say to me, I want to go out there and get all these businesses out there. And I often ask people, well, are you telling me, let's look at where you're situated right now, and let's see how much business we got within the area that you're in before you start going out there looking for more business, right? We often ask ourselves sometimes, is there a gap in the market, or is there a market in the gap? And what we want to do is we want to make sure that you are getting and maximizing as much business that is right on your doorstep, really. The business that you can take initially to build a platform and then spread out, right? So we're going to give you, I suppose really we're going to give you both sides of this. I'm going to talk to you about marketing through relationships, how to build your business, build long-term sustainable relationships, to build long-term sustainable business, to make sure that you create a steady flow of income coming back into your business, but allowing your business to grow with grade A clients. Okay, and this is what we do when we understand how to be resourceful with our resources. We understand how to turn our contacts into contracts, right? And then
They sound like tongue twisters, to be fair.
But listen, the reality is it's simple, right? Businesses, okay, you've heard the old saying, it's simple but not hard, right? Simple but not easy, right? Because you've got to do a bit of work. There's no question you've got to do a bit of work, guys. But what we want to do is we want to make that work as painless as possible for you. We want to make sure that whatever work you're doing is productive work, it's effective work, and it's efficient work that is actually giving you the results. The difference, I guess, between myself and Tony here, we have a lot of experience in business, and we've met a lot of people in business, and we've been in a lot of different networking organizations, and we've masterminded with lots of different people. And and personally, I spend a lot of time traveling the world, dealing with the world's best in terms of personal development, business development. And the one thing I've discovered that if you get like-minded people together and understand how to put together a system and systemize the plan and understand working the plan, how to work the plan in order to get the result that you want to get, it actually becomes an awful lot easier. But what has really helped me and worked for me is, and of course it took me a lot of years to realize this and maybe accept it, that maybe I could learn from somebody who has already gone through the pain. Maybe I could learn from somebody who has given 20 years of experience testing the market, right? Why would I want to go out there and keep testing the market and to see if I can build a business? Isn't it better that if I can find somebody who's already tested the market and come back to me with strategies that work? And I guess that's what both Tony and I have done. We have tested the market. We've been testing this market for over 20 years. So we have a good idea on what works and what doesn't work. And we want to make sure that whatever information we give and advice we give to you guys and support that we can give you guys, that we can get you a system that works, that is already tried and tested. Okay, rather than you spending a lot of your time, a lot of your money, and a lot of your effort going out there discovering what doesn't work. And for me, anytime if I bring on a new service or I bring somebody in to work with me, and I want them to do a bit of marketing for me, whatever I need them to do, I always want to see what kind of experience they have. I don't want to pay people to test the market, do you? I don't want to spend my time and my life testing the market in hope that I'm going to get a result. For me, I will go out there and seek people who've gotten results, people who went through the pain, who understand the pain and understand results. So not only do you need to know what to go after, you need to know what to avoid as well.
I think there's a good analogy for that, Pat, which is, the first mouse is normally the one who gets the trap. The second mouse is normally the one who gets the cheese. I think it's a pretty good analogy.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Don't get the trap, guys. Hit the cheese, right? And let us help you do this. Look, I mean, that's what we're about. That's why we do what we do. We've a proven track record. Look, we've got lots and lots of people. I'm here at the moment in a hotel waiting. I have a group of people coming in from a mastermind program that I'm going to be working with today. And and it's again the feedback that we get all the time is, look, this works. We've saved them so much pain, saved so much hardship. We come up with strategies that work.
Let's be fair, one of the reasons we're partnering is that, like, I met Pat through a program like this that Pat was giving, right? This is 20 years ago now, a long time ago, when I actually had a bricks.
19 years ago, I think, Tony.
Yeah. So when I had a brick and mortar business, and it's interesting, you're in Dublin, I'm about to sit in a plane and head to London to train people for the next 2 days. And I suppose my side of this, guys, what I'm going to bring to you is, I get very frustrated, the same as Pat does, in a sense, with businesses here, because especially with the website, and I'll be showing you some offline marketing because I come from an offline background as well, and I come from a retail background. I had 10,000 square foot shops. I've had staff I contracted all over the world. So we both come from physical reality businesses. It's not that we haven't walked the walk. We walked the walk, so we know some of the, I suppose, pain and agony that people go through. And especially this time of year, when you're looking at next year, like the question I ask always this time of year is, did I have the year I wanted? Is this the result? If I could go back to January 1st, is this the result? When everybody sits down and they write out their resolutions, is this the result that I wanted? And I suppose from an internet point of view, I find it fascinating talking to business owners here at the moment, because you don't treat the internet like a business. And most people put up a website, they don't know why they've got a website. They don't know if they should be on social media, they don't know what social media they should be on. Matter of fact, and we keep hearing that, we don't have time for it, we don't have the, I don't have time, I don't have the energy, I don't have this. The reality of the internet is it gives you a second business without having a second store, without having to open a second store. Right? That is class. When I was in the tile business, I would have killed for that. To be able to access a whole market of around the country and move outside of my area cost effectively, because I don't have to, get a lease. I just need a domain name. I got to get a decent site built, and I got to know how to drive traffic, understand it, and relate and sell more from it, and then relate to my customers. And even with what Pat's talking about, and the integration between where Pat and I meet a lot, is Pat will be talking about how to get the most of your contacts. I'll be talking about how to stay in front of your contacts, how to remind them on a daily basis that you're in business. Because an interesting statistic I learned when I was 18, the first marketing course I did when I was 18 years of age, 32 years ago, was I know, yeah, the hair is, I still have hair, it's grey, but I still have it. The was, over 85% of people don't do business with you for one reason and one reason only. And it's not because the service was bad, it's not because it was pricing, it's not because of all the things everybody normally says. It's because they forgot about you. And if you don't believe me, guys, sit down tonight, go home to your other half, right? And just sit down and say, let's go for dinner on Saturday night, and see the debate where you have trying to figure out where to go. But then if you sit back and you actually look and you see all the places that you ate over the last 12 months, you've eaten out over the last 12 months. But yet you have, oh my, where we go? Where we go? Where did we go now the last time? Where was that? That was nice now to that. And this is the conversation. So it's about staying in front of your market. It's one of the great tools. If you don't want to sell online, and if you don't want to actually have a store online, one of the great tools with what Pat's going to show you, what I'm going to show you, is actually how to integrate in the likes of social media, LinkedIn, Twitter, these things, into actually just standing up and waving at the customer every now and again, saying in a way that they're happy to engage with you.
Actually, and Tony, and that brings back to something that I speak about a lot, and it was something I picked up from one of our internet marketers at one of our seminars many years ago. And we talk about business, and people have this notion of business that it's all about who you know, but the reality is it's all about who knows you. If people want to do business, people will do business with people they're familiar with. So this is where the power of the internet is. I mean, this is where people have to understand how to integrate both. You have to integrate your offline relationships with your online relationships. And when you build up an
it's
offline
symbiotic. No, Pat, you're right. It's 100% symbiotic.
Yeah, and you just got to use the internet to make sure that you stay in front of people. And I mean, look, it's inevitable. Coca-Cola, it's constantly in front of you, right? Whether we like the business or like the product or not, it's irrelevant. You want to look at it from a branding perspective and a marketing perspective. 80% of their income is spent on marketing because they're keeping you in front of you all the time. They're constantly in front of you all the time, which keeps reminding you, if you want to drink, buy us, right? So you're going to ask yourself, what are you doing to make sure that you're in front of your customers all of the time? You're in front of, because most people are impulsive buyers, right? We think about something, we say, I'll get that one of these, I'll get that one of these, and all of a sudden you happen to be online, or you happen to meet them to walk down the street by your store. Well, what's telling them to stop and buy now?
Yeah, I call it the Ryan Tubridy model, because if you walk into it, if I brought Ryan Tubridy into a room of 100 people, right, whether you think Ryan Tubridy is good at the late show or bad at the late show is irrelevant, right? Okay, it doesn't matter, but you know who he is. Well, he doesn't know who we are, right? So like, you're dead right. Getting people to remind you and to stay in front of people is one of the most important things. And one of the things you're going to talk about, again, with the emails that I'm going to talk about, is it's amazing how many people don't go back to their existing customers and try doing more business. It's absolutely fascinating. Everybody, I call that the phone company model. Phone company model is the phone company treats its existing customers like dogs, right? But we'll do anything for new customers. We'll do absolutely any new customer. And when they have you, they will absolutely nail you to the ground. They don't create loyalty, they don't create brand loyalty, and the reason most of us don't move is we just couldn't be bothered getting a number changed. It's just too much of a pain in the backside. But you don't change phone suppliers for that reason. It's not because you get great service or you're getting better deals. You'll get a better deal from a phone company being a new customer than an existing customer. It makes absolutely no sense.
Absolutely. And, and again, it's back to the old question. Look, I mean, or the old saying, it takes 5 times as much work to find a new customer than it does to keep one, right? And so many people don't get this. So many people don't understand the importance of looking after your best customers, because customers are your best source of referral. And this is what we're going to talk about being resourceful with your resources and understanding, who you have and who's there that can help you and how they can help you. And not only that, I'm going to ask you guys here right now to ask yourself this question, or maybe think of the answer to this question. And if you can't answer this literally within the next 10 seconds, you need to know more about your business. I'm sitting here in front of you right now and I'm asking you, how can I help you? How can I help you in your business? Do you have the answer to that question in 10 seconds? Most people don't, and they're passing by their best customers, the best people who can give them referrals, and they don't know how to tell them how they can help them. Now, let me ask you this question. If we had a good business relationship, a working relationship, and I asked you to help me, how willing are you to help me? I bet you're very willing to help. I bet you're very willing to help people that you have a good working relationship with. So are the people that you meet. So are your best customers. They're willing to help you. You just got to educate them on how they can help you. And if they ask you the question, and let me tell you, you will be surprised the amount of people who will say to you, I'm glad you asked, I just didn't know. And the funny thing is, they don't know how because we're not telling them how. We need to discover how to tell people how they can help you grow your business. And that's something I'm going to share with you as well during this workshop.
So what we're doing, guys, is just so that you know, is we're doing 4 evening workshops. The first one is in Dublin on November 10th. The next one is in Cork here on the 17th of November. We're then in the Midlands. We'll confirm the exact location. As either going to be Tullamore or Athlone, I think, Pat. You were saying on the 23rd of November, and then there's another one in Dublin on the 7th of December. It is 20 quid to come, right? The reason we're charging 20 quid is it's the price of a couple of cups of coffee at a meeting, and if you're not willing to pay 20 quid to invest in your own business, then really we just don't want you to come. I'm not being bad, but we can't help you, right? We want to help people who are actually interested in helping themselves. I'm going to be 100% honest about it. We are going to be offering at the end of this a program where you can come work with myself and Pat in January. The idea of this program, and this is where it all came from, was the fact that, when you're in a business, you sit down and at the start of the year, you're all planning to set your goals and your action plan. And a lot of people set goals without action plans. One thing that Pat does is he always brings in the action plan side of it. So what we want you to do after spending 2 days with us is that you're going to walk out with a strategy and a marketing action plan that you can work work to, and then at the end of the month again we're going to meet you to reassess that, to see how you've got on and how to tailor that so you get ready for the year. Because it's great to say, take a simple one, I'm going to lose 2 stone, right? That's grand. But how are you going to lose 2 stone? I'm going to go on a diet. Okay, what way are you going to start the diet? Are you going to exercise? How much are you going to exercise? Where are you going to go? And it's all these small increment bites, which is the action plan that's needed. And ironically, that is very much needed for the strategy in your business and getting more business out of your existing contacts. And it is also needed for your marketing. And it's the bit that everybody forgets about. Everybody goes to marketing when the horse is bolted and has been shot, burnt, and turned into glue.
Yeah, but Tony, on that too, an awful lot of people go to marketing with no plan, right? So they're just firing out dead money. And this is so bloody important, guys, that you get this. And look, it doesn't matter. I don't care where you are in business, right? I've worked with so many different business owners and in many different levels. I have a couple of clients who are billionaires that I sit and work with because they need a continuous strategy in order to maintain the lifestyle that they have, in order to keep growing their business, right? And I meet with people who are just starting out as well and starting up. But the reality is that the basis is for both is exactly the same, right? Plan the work the plan. And so many people go out there and they think they start throwing money into marketing strategies that are here. We do Facebook ads, or
I had a guy on to me recently, right, from the States who I'm helping, and he because he went off and they spent 22,000 on Facebook ads and got 0 results. And he was saying to me, how much would you spend to test it? I was saying $50. He was like, what? Well, like, if you spend the first $50 and it doesn't work, depending on the cost per click and all the rest of it, which we'll go through, but like, if you spend $50 and it doesn't work, throw more money at it. It's pretty much guaranteeing the same result. You don't. The great thing with the internet compared to what it was like when I was in business, I do an ad when we had a tile business. We used to spend something like £350,000 Old Irish punts with the Examiner, right? And so I'll just give a quick insight, guys, into where my head goes in marketing. So here's an interesting one. Every auctioneer advertises in the Saturday Examiner Weekender, right? And none of them are open Saturday afternoon and none of them are open Sunday. I cannot understand it. When I used to advertise on the Saturday in the Examiner, it worked Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then it was done. And by Tuesday, it was over. So it was Saturday, Monday too. I put an ad in the paper. We used to put up a different telephone number so that people would be able to ring and you knew you were able to quantify the results. And nobody quantifies results. It's the old adage, 50% of my advertising works. I would just love to know which 50%. So guys, we've been on this for a fair while. We hope you come along in the evening. It's 20 quid. There won't be any major hard sell or push or the rest of it. We're going to give you a lot of content, and at the end we're going to make you an offer to be transparent that if you want to work with us and move forward, if not, there's absolutely no problem.
But yeah, and it's only just to point out something here, right? It's €20, really, right? And so what's the point? The point is it's a commitment. It's a small commitment, but it's a commitment. And that's what we're looking for, because we're going to commit to making sure on this evening that we're going to give you guys a lot of content, a lot of stuff that you'll be able to take and use, maybe even there and then in the room, that you'll be able to put it into play, into action. So, we're going to give a commitment to turn up and give you guys an exceptional amount of content that is going to be applicable to your life and your business, particularly your business. So that's our commitment, and we're just looking for your commitment. $20, €20. It's a very small commitment, but that's what it is. It's a commitment. So the reality is, guys, you have to make a decision to commit to this for you. And Tony mentioned earlier about New Year's resolutions, right? I won't use the language I think about New Year's resolutions, because most people write them this time of the year and then they forget where they even left them, right?
Absolutely.
We want to give you guys a plan, a strategy and a plan that works. Something that's not going to kill you with time. It's not going to take over your life and overwhelm you. We want to give you a simple strategy that will work if you apply it. Save you a lot of money. Listen, save your money for Christmas. Spend it at Christmas, over Christmas, for Christmas. Don't go wasting it marketing to people who are not going to buy from you. This is what we want you to do. We want you to be able to keep as much of your money as you possibly can for you to spend doing what you need to be doing for you or your business and your life. So what we're saying to you is, guys, come along, make a commitment to turn up to one of these evenings. Allow us to help you with the strategies and the systems that will actually allow you to get results. That we've tested the market here for you. We've done the hard work. Allow us to help you not to have to do the hard work. So our commitment to you guys is we're going to turn up and we're going to deliver for you. So we're looking for a small commitment from you, and that's all it is. It's a commitment to make sure that you turn up and be there. So I'm going to hand over to Tony. I have some people coming very shortly that I've got to go and work with. But I'm going to hand back to Tony. And guys, write down the dates and just make it happen.
Okay, Pat, talk to you soon. So, guys, the dates are Dublin 10th of November, Cork the 17th of November, Midlands the 23rd of November, and Dublin on the 7th of December. And there's there'll be a link below this video to a page. On that page is a number of links to an Eventbrite cart, so you can just go and just follow the instructions on Eventbrite. Just pick the one. So it says Dublin, Cork, Midlands and Dublin. So they're all there to set up. All you got to do is click, follow it. It'll give you a ticket and bring your ticket along. You can actually just digitally download your ticket and have it, and away you go. So we hope to see you on the 10th, the 17th, 23rd or the 7th of December. It's 6:30 to 10 o'clock, right? And we will stop for some coffee in the middle of it. And to be honest, that's part of what the 20 quid is covering. It's covering the cost of the room and the cup of coffee we're going to give you in the middle of it. So with that, guys, we will talk to you very soon. Pat, have a good day.
Absolutely. Have an outstanding day, guys. Take care.
Bye bye.